Hey guys, welcome to another video for the legendary POCO F1, and today we are talking about AEX 8.3 or we are talking about Aosp extended 8.3. Now, every time when I talk about ROMs like this one, Havoc OS, Resurrection Remix, Evolution X, I get a little pumped up because I'll tell you why. These ROMs are smooth, these ROMs are quick, they offer a ton of customization options. There are options which you've not even probably thought of, and that is the reason I'm excited today as well. I flashed this sometime back and I'm excited to share my first impressions with you. But before we get into all of that, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. In the description of each video, you will find a link to our Telegram community where we are more than 1,000 members helping each other. You can join in the discussion and have some fun. Last but not the least, if you think the hard work is worth the effort, please click on the join button and support the channel. Now, without further ado, hello awesome people, welcome to PhoneOps. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. Alright, so what do we have here? Aosp extended, booted up, signed in, Google feed to the left, running smooth as butter. And that's your preview, right? Not exactly. We do have a lot of things to cover. So first things first, this is a vanilla build and I have flashed Nix stock G apps. That means all the Google apps basically. Now if we start from the launcher, we will have the usual stuff. So where we will start is we will start with the system info. So let's go to settings over here. Go to about phone, go to Android version 11. The security patch is the 5th of June. Android system of course is Android 11. The kernel over here is the Shiva no name kernel. Now we've seen this kernel in the past in the Oxygen OS build, we've seen it in the CAFX ROM, so the performance should be pretty decent if you ask me, because my experience with this particular kernel has been great. So let's quickly have a look at things, what we have and what not. So first of all, what do we have on the home screen? Home settings, about, you do have the Pixel launcher, which all the basic options which you get with the Pixel launcher. To the left you do have the Google Discover feed, which is working smooth as butter as always. Never in my life have I seen this smoothness on a 60Hz display, and I would tell you one thing, MIUI will never be able to do it. Even in version 130, they won't be able to do it. Anyways, that is a discussion for another day. It comes with very few applications. It comes with a very basic camera applications. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with Google Camera Go. Right now, moving on, what all do you have? You do have IR face unlock. Fingerprint scanner is working absolutely fine, and IR face unlock is working fine. So if you go to security, you do have an option called app locker as well, right? And say I can go ahead and lock the calculator application over here. Okay, so over here, where is the calculator? Here we go. So use face. So you can use the fingerprint pattern and face unlock to unlock applications as well, and that is amazing. Now moving on, if you go to the connectivity section, say for example you go to network and internet, and over here, right, you select this. There you go. You have all the advanced options like auto reconnect and stuff, and in Bluetooth and Wi-Fi you also have the option to have a timeout. For example, after 10, 15, 20 or 30 minutes you can choose to disconnect the Bluetooth and stuff like that. So that is pretty neat. Moving on, about some other customization, if you go to wallpapers, you will have the June pixel drop wallpapers over here, which look really colorful, beautiful and amazing. So that is something that they have updated. They have added new lock screen clocks, and you can also have always on display while charging. And something that is pretty neat over here is you do have ambient notifications. So let's quickly have a look at the amount of customization that this ROM has to offer before we actually go ahead and check the other option, right? So over here you have something called as extensions. Now I don't know if you know this or not, but if you are going to have a custom ROM which has a customization menu laid out in such an amazing way. It is really amazing because it shows that the team has done hard work and it is just great. So you have battery settings, carrier labels, clock settings, status bar icons, traffic indicators, display cutout, miscellaneous extensions, notifications, quick settings, and navigation. You have navigation bar option. So over here, if you actually go to system navigation, you can actually turn on the three. Right, there we go. So system navigation is now swipe navigation. You have gestures, like many gesture options there. On the lock screen, if you go to lock screen UI, you have a ton of customization options over here, right? As you can see what needs to be done and what not. Now moving on, you have lock screen shortcuts for lock screen tuner as well. And last but not the least, if you go to system, you have battery, you have customization, buttons, animation, general tweaks, and you have a dedicated gaming mode as well. So that for me is a lot of customization, and it is laid out in a very decent manner, right? Now moving on, you do have a lot of customizations when it comes to the volume steps of your any particular app and stuff like that. So there are additional volume steps that have been added. So Hey Google works absolutely fine after you have updated all the applications that are pre-installed. So please go to the Play Store and update, and if required you can go ahead and retrain the voice model. As far as the safety net is concerned, safety net does pass out of the box, and if you go to the Google Play Store over here, right, and you go to the settings over here, this device is certified, so your banking applications will not have any issues at all. And you have the updated Google Photos, wherein you can go ahead and use the portrait light feature to go ahead and edit pictures which are of human beings. It will only work on human subjects, nothing else, like not on pictures of animals or toys and stuff. It will not work. So as a first impression, if you would ask me, I'm pretty impressed with this ROM. Yes, they could have included Google Camera Go, but then again, it's completely their choice. I have not gone ahead and done any benchmarks of any sort, but from the initial impressions, I can tell you that the ROM is performing pretty great. And in addition to that, if you look at the notification tiles, I did keep the best part for the last. Reason being, you have focus mode, bedtime mode, live caption. You have a ton of options over here, and everything can be customized, and you can use those. You also have the screen recorder over here. So if you select this, you do have an option to record audio and microphone from the device. So show touches, show stop dot, lower quality for smaller file size and all that stuff. So the screen recorder works as expected, even if we go ahead and enable it. Start. Let's wait for it to enable the screen recording. There you go. Now even after that, if you would notice, there is no performance degradation of any sort, and the UI works just as expected. So all in all, if you ask me, it's a lot of custom ROMs coming out for this device. There is the POCO F1, and this is a veteran, it's a legend. So the ROMs are just getting better and better, and that is what I expected from this particular device. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about the initial impressions of Aosp Extended for the POCO F1. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at PhoneOps. Keep smiling. Take care. Goodbye.